advertisement for Dell, so, or their Alienware product. Their Alienware default one would probably be better in terms of the black, but I figured especially being that I broadcast onto YouTube, I'll try not to advertise that.
Advertise for free for them.
Yeah, exactly. They got to pay me for that.
And AMD and MU both sold off pretty nice.
I noticed that. I was thinking once it broke, AMD was holding that $55 level. I pointed out when it broke it, but not by much, and I thought there was a good short in it, but I got distracted here, and I missed the short opportunity. All right, Mark, you called it. I mean, it made sense once it broke that 55 because it was holding it so like precisely to the penny. Once it broke, it made sense that it was probably going to go down for the rest of the afternoon. So. All right. Oh, Microsoft down at 185. I just put in a new low of the day as well. Oh, I may have missed that that good last move of the day. We'll see. That's
Yeah, everything went.
That would be too bad. Oh, and look, even Uber is doing exactly what I told it to. We called Uber back to VWAP. It's almost there now. It's only 5 cents away. We called it up here when it was breaking around 33.30. It was breaking that previous day's high. So, opportunity in Uber. Again, I got to listen to myself more often. All right. All right, let's see what else we can find. Anything else that we're going to get into the close? The SPY is actually, I was expecting the SPY to move back up. I did mention this earlier. Guys, like, I'm a little concerned. Our Oracle, the Magic 8 Ball, when I asked it if the SPY was going to close green today, it said yes. Like, no faffing about. There's the word faffing again. It didn't play around. It just said yes. And I asked the question pretty specifically for those of you that were witness here in the room. I don't know that I left much ambiguity in my question, so I don't know. It's going to have some work to do. It's got to jump 3 points here.
Yeah, it's got a.
Seems like a big ask for it to jump up 3 points and get to green, but
Uber really lost it.
Yeah, I'm watching Uber break VWAP here.
Grub just had a big spike, almost a $2 1 minute candle on Grub.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Came out of nowhere.
Was it tradable? Like, did it actually trade down there, or did it just...
No. I just noticed it. I just saw it.
Yeah, okay.
It was trading down there because I saw it moving down at between 61.50 and 62 on my charts.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't a misprint.
All right.
Datadog's losing it too. Maybe it'll get back to VWAP.
That's that is why we put the disclaimer in there, Mark. No faffing about here. Everybody likes my word faffing. All right. SPY is bouncing here a little bit. I'm trying to actively scan a whole bunch of stuff to see what opportunity there may be in the last 32 minutes.
I think you're going to have to look for a bounce when it finally starts to bottom out somewhere.
You may be right. The airlines were really weak today. Just flipping through the airlines here, and you take just American as an example. It really pretty much, if you look at it from the open, it really just sold off, bounces along the way, but like a ball down a hill. Dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk. The cruise lines were much the same. CCL, RCL, NCLH, all down on the day and sort of a steady decline. Steve, you've been scalping AMCX now that they've properly identified the acquisition.
Properly identified themselves.
Yeah. As opposed to AMC, which is not being acquired and is not doing anything right now. Oh, excuse me. Swinging grub short M. I don't know. I think that's risky because if you never know what news might come out on it, right? I mean, yes, it's a big move on the day, and you'd be hopeful to get the return move. It's a $16 move on the day so far. But I don't know. I'm just looking at it here to. I don't know. I wouldn't do it myself.
It's tough.
Yeah, but again, that's just me. As we said earlier, all the opinions expressed in this program are only those of Peter. Peter expresses those opinions because he is a little nervous and doesn't like taking trades. If you feel confident in the trade, you should take the trade based on your own assessment. Your assessment is what's most important in this situation.
You got that down.
There you go. That was my.
That might be a good question for Brian, though, when he joins us.
Well, I don't think Brian's going to be joining us. He's making sandwiches for the hospital staff, primary caregivers, I think, is what he said again today. So good for him. Chris, we did have a disclaimer for the 8-ball earlier. That's what started this whole thing, actually, was my disclaimer on the 8-ball. Now I've just been like putting disclaimers on everything because it entertains me.
New York Times reporting that Uber is offering Grubhub 2 Uber shares for each Grubhub share. That headline now.
2 Uber shares for every Grub share. Special deal. No delivery fee.
Two for one.
It's that type of news you got to be careful of because if the market decides they like
New York
the
Times says
acquisition,
it's 2 for 1, not 2.5 for 1. That according to the New York Times.
right? Like, I mean, this thing could shoot down or it could shoot up or both, right? Like, I don't know. I just in the middle of a news cycle like this, I think it's tough. You could very well make a lot of money taking the right trade on it. So, again, do what you think is right. I'm just maybe just not made of stern enough stuff.
Shares
to be
of
able to
Grubhub
do that.
getting moving slightly lower. Again, the offer from Uber said to be slightly lower than originally reported.
What I've done this afternoon, guys, I've left our Benzinga news feed on since we've got active news on Grub, and I know a lot of our members are trading it. I will try and keep it on. Mike, you and I will just have to listen for it. It means it is broadcasting through to our friends on YouTube. On YouTube, if you're not familiar, we do have a live news feed that often gives, well, all day, gives us information on the markets and news, usually ahead of the printed news. So it can be quite useful. In fact, we had some members today, including Thor, one of our moderators, who took uber long after the rumor, I guess, that they were buying Grub, and got an excellent move off of that news. So it just takes one of those to pay for your news feed for the whole year. But as a member in the room, it comes for free. It's part of the package, so you can turn it on or off as you want. But I'll just try and leave it on this afternoon. We'll see how it goes. So if you hear an awkward pause, you should hear the news. I think it should come through to our YouTube feed. Let me know if it doesn't. But he can't hear me, so I've got to give him sort of the right of way. It's like ships coming into the harbor. Bigger ship always wins. He's the bigger ship. Markets are dropping here again. I took Microsoft short. I'll admit it's really just a scalp play. I'm just trying to get a move here. 184.70 was my entry on Microsoft. With a stop, 30-cent stop here, up above 185. So it means I'm looking
CDC
for...
reporting 18,106 new coronavirus cases as of Monday versus 1,324, 488 versus on May 11th. 1,064 new deaths as of yesterday. Total now 80,820 versus 79,756 previous report. That from the CDC.
All right. So the fact that it dropped down and pulled back up now, I'm tightening my stop. Tighten my stop up to 10 cents here. 184.80 is now my stop on Microsoft. Don't want to see it go over the high of the candle that it just closed here on the 1 minute. Come on, Microsoft. Don't fail me now. I mean, well, I guess I want the price to fail, but don't fail me. It's all about me at the end of the day. Yeah, what's Grub up to? Let's take a peek.
Yeah. There you go. SPY making a new low for you.
Yeah,
Should
Grub.
help you out.
I'll give you, Grub does look like it's, it wants to head down into the close here. We've got under 25 minutes left. And it does look like it's weakening. Here we go, Microsoft. That's a little better. My stop is now at break even, so I'm in a no risk situation, so that's good. Haven't taken a partial though. Said my original stop was 30 cents, which means I really wanted 60 cents on it ideally before I take a partial. Hoping it just doesn't spike up. It can do that, certainly. It can easily spike up through 184.70. I think I took this trade because I was sort of frustrated having missed the earlier ones. However, it wasn't terrible technically. It wasn't great. My stop is in place, so my hands are off the keys, and hopefully it'll move down here. I gotta live through this This
RTTR,
little
Ritter
pullback.
Pharmaceuticals making more new highs. After that patent news out.
Doesn't look good. Come on, SPY, go the other way. My entry was 184.70. And I've been in it for like, what, 3 minutes now? Yeah. Almost 4 minutes. The SPY is a little extended here. Oh, it's far away from VWAP, but moving lower. That's what I want to see. Come on. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm managing it pretty tight just because we are heading towards the close, and no point taking a lot of risk, but here we go. Better, better, better. Gotta shoot chaps. I'm not quite sure what that means, Dutch, but good luck with that.
Gotta.
I'm gonna take a partial here.
Care Dutch?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a partial here just in case. A little early. An early partial.
CSTL, Castle Biosciences shares popping here at 37.56. Charlie Sandy Tango Lima up 15.5% now.
Kyle, I hope not. Damn. Hopefully Chaps is not his grandfather, because if he's like going out to...
CAAS, China Automotive, seeing some patent news there. Stock moving here on a little bit of volume, CAAS.
Ooh.
Steven, you're saying if Novavax goes clears, what do you say, 40, you're going back long. Well, it just popped over that. That's bold at this time of day. See what it does. Microsoft.
So in the afternoon. Oh, go ahead, Peter.
No, I was just going to say it's still moving in the right direction overall here, so making new lows. I like to see that.
And in the afternoon, I've been working using Amen's reversal scanner, or that parabolic scanner, and
yeah?
Novax came up on. So I just took full disclosure sim, because I'm only trading sim this last half an hour till I figure out what I want to do into the close. But I took it 39.20ish.
Oh wow.
Novax.
Okay.
Took a partial right up there at VWAP. I think the spread's kind of spready.
Spread is spready.
Because I got bad. But, and I'm looking at OSTX too. That just popped on the scanner as well.
To take a note for later. Piton. You guys are mentioning Piton today. Mav, I'm sorry to hear you had a bad day on Uber. Here we go. Here we go. I'm taking another partial here on Microsoft. Oh, okay. Okay. This is it. This is what I was looking for. Almost have $1 on it now.
CYH Community Health Share is selling off here to the lows. Charlie Yankee Hotel, $2.82. CYH.
I assume Mav means psychology course because I didn't know you gave physiology courses, Mike.
No, I don't give.
Daniel, I have I don't know, about a third of my size left.
There's a nice pop on Novaks.
Let's see. Oh wow, you did get a nice pop on it. Shame that's in sim.
Yeah, but that's how you learn to. That's how you learn what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
fair enough.
I come from that crawl, walk, run mentality.
Fair enough.
I can't just jump off the or jump into an airplane and take off without testing out in sim first.
Right. All right.
So the scanner is the multi. When you look at it, it'll say multi on it. So, yes, it's a BBT scanner. It's right to the left of the turbo breakup is the one that I'm using.
Yeah.
And I like since Eamon did the update where it does get a lot less false positives now.
Yeah, he put a lot of work into that and created that scanner so that, yeah, exactly that, right? So he combined the up and down and then eliminated a lot of the duplicates because it would sort of alert you, I guess, every time it happened. So this will just sort of give you the one key alert, and then also eliminated, whatever, tighten the criteria so that it would be very specific. So guys, we're down to like 100 shares.
VTVT Therapeutics spiking here. New highs now 257 on VTVT.
VTVT.
So I really like that scanner.
Daniel, nice. You got SPY. You took Novavax long. All right. So you got that long with Mike. I'm meanwhile going short on Microsoft.
Fed's Barkin says pace of recovery still remains uncertain and likely slow. Expects growth to rebound in the second half of 2020. Barkin says understands desire to restart economy now. Says economy would benefit from clear plan to manage COVID-19 risks. Recovery would be driven by consumer and business confidence. Barkin says if confidence is low, official reopening won't do much. Much stimulus was based on the idea of a V-shaped recovery. Slower recovery will drive call for more fiscal help. Fed has plenty of capacity to aid the economy more. Fed has balance sheet lending capacity if needed. Expects disinflation but doesn't foresee deflation in the U.S. Barkin says main attention is focused on Fed's job mandate. Fed says stock market rally in the face of bad data is not a major concern. That's from a Wall Street Journal interview on Tuesday. The comments from Fed's Barkin.
Okay.
It's a long one. At least he put together full sentences.
Exactly. He didn't give all those pregnant pauses he normally puts in there, so
Yeah,
we'll give him credit on that.
yeah. So I just saw your comments, Mav. I would agree. Sometimes it isn't necessarily about the money, it's about being right. I have that problem myself. I like being right, even if it means I only make a couple cents here and there.
There you go. Who doesn't like being right?
Right? Yeah. And my wife reminds me every day that I can't be wrong and that I hate being wrong.
Yeah, you might hate it. The question is, can you admit it? They're very different skills there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Mav, as long as you're stopping out at your stop loss, that's the most important thing.
S&P futures now off the lows.
Because we're all going to make mistakes. When you're learning to trade, you're going to make plenty of mistakes, but your stop loss is what keeps you in the game. It manages the risk because you chose that when you were in pretty much a state of calm and your emotions weren't on the line. You just stick with it. And if the setup's still valid, you can always get back in. You see Andrew do that all the time on trades at the open.
Yes, indeed. He's very good at that.
Very, very good.
Jerry Seinfeld, he's got a stand-up, like a recorded tour or something? I'll have to watch that. On Netflix, okay. People used to say I reminded them of Seinfeld at times, I don't know why. Right, Microsoft is certainly working better than I had hoped. So, wrong here. I think my stop out now, I'm going to stop out over 184. Otherwise, I'm just going to let it run and see what happens. Oh, woohoo! All right. Dang. Okay. Little bonus. Little bonus action there. That's awesome.
Nice.
I wasn't going to partial again, but I think I'm going to partial again. Any sign of a pullback here? Damn, it's just going.
The spice just keeps on going down.
Yeah, I know. It's surprisingly weak here into the close.
Are you still in AMD, Mark?
Okay, taking a partial. Oh, look at that pullback. I don't know. I left the Benzinga guy on. I mean, the news that was just shared was relatively positive and fairly innocuous, I would say, from the Fed on that interview.
Yeah. I think some of the bond markets started back up. I saw Jared talking about that earlier today.
Yes.
That they started seeing more activity in the bond markets. So
yeah, I saw that as well.
that's a good move, Mark. A good trade on AMD. Very nice. I don't want to look at MU. The would have, could have. Yeah, I could have stayed in for about another dollar move. Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, on Novavax? Is that what you...
No, on MU, I took MU short.
Ah, oh, right. Yes.
Earlier in the day.
Yeah.
About 13:15, I took it.
Right.
Right around that time.
Yes, I remember you mentioning that. It's a shame that you're out of it now. As you said, it just kept going. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well. I want to see how far this thing can go. I'm almost out of shares. I only have like 50 shares left. But hey, those 50 shares are worth $100 right now, so can't complain about that.
No, not at all. The SPY's just leaking too.
I know. It's crazy.
SPY. I'm looking at my 5-minute chart on the SPY, and it looks just like tears. In the morning, a big sell-off, flat, another sell-off, flat, and now it's dropping again.
Yeah, I see that. I'm looking at it here. It's there's definitely a level in there, though, right? That it was staying above, and then once it pulled below, it tested it, like right around 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Came up and tested the bottom of that area, excuse me, and couldn't break through before going down here. If we just draw a trend line like right across here, you can sort of see that bounced, came through it, tested it from below. Yeah.
Boom.
Easy to say in hindsight,
Couldn't
of
do it.
course, but
Had a dog. I didn't see much for earnings this afternoon. I didn't see any big name companies out there.
That's a good statement. I don't know.
I mean,
Hold on a sec.
I pulled maybe Allegiant Travel, but I've never traded that.
No. Legion Travel. I've never even heard of it. Oh my goodness, 8x8 Inc. Do they make Magic 8 balls? No, that's Mattel that makes them. Yeah, I don't know any of these companies. You're right. Looking through all smaller companies, I can see all
Yeah.
of their revenues are pretty modest. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I'm really interested in following. Sort of like what we did yesterday. You know, just wait and see if they show up on the gappers list. Sort of like D-Dog, which I was excited to trade, but I didn't put it on my list until it showed up on the gappers this morning. And when it did, then I sort of took a look, see if it made sense. Got a good trade out of it. So, but yeah, I'm not seeing much worth waiting for here at the close.
CDC says government entities working to support COVID-19 response efforts are providing essential services guidelines for critical infrastructure workers apply.
Look at that. Almost broke 183. All right. All right. 3.5 minutes.
Little bit of a bounce, but not much.
Yeah. A little bit.
Definitely not going to get the Magic 8 ball to be right today. That's for sure.
Thanks, Mark Clark on YouTube. And Dan, you're asking, was the break of the 185 line? Not exactly. Really, my decision to trade Microsoft was more, let me pull up a 1-minute chart. I'll show you what I saw. I mean, I guess sort of, but it was more that the market was starting to weaken, and it was sort of a momentum trade, really. Like I already saw that it had moved down. It had moved down in a couple of steps. So here's one little bounce, here's another one, and then you're right, it sort of bounced off of 185. But to me, it was really just, I was hoping to, I said my stop was right here at the 185 line. My entry was at 184.70, right in here somewhere, somewhere in here. And I was just hoping for a momentum continuation. I really only expected to get down to about 184, about a 70-cent move. I certainly wasn't expecting a $2 move, but I'll take it. So, said it wasn't a super strong technical trade the way I normally trade them. It was really just, I said, momentum continuation. So far, it's working out nicely, obviously. All right, minute and a half into the close. Let's see what how's Novavax closing. Huge volume on the day today, 1100% of its normal volume. Looks like it's going to close up somewhere around 60% over yesterday's close. So any long-term shareholders are going to be very happy with that. Looking like it's sort of flattened here into the close. Datadog, yeah, sort of trending sideways, a little bit up. Grub, Grub is up 30%, $14. It is looking relatively weak into the close, but so are the markets, so it's really sort of just following the markets. I still don't, I keep thinking about should you hold it short overnight? I don't know, it still feels risky to me. I mean, technically it looks like it's weakening and that it would open lower tomorrow, but, we never know. I guess I never seem to know one day to the next whether the markets are going to open lower or higher, so I've given up trying to guess.
It's random.
It does feel random
Roll
almost,
the
right?
dice.
Like, especially when on the days, like if you look at today, even if you look at today here, I mean, the market opened green, right? It was gapping up, not a lot, but it was gapping up. There's the bell for the close. Oh crap! Hold on a sec. Let me sell the rest of Microsoft.
Did you get out of
here.
Microsoft?
No, I didn't. All right. Oh, look at that! I probably got a better fill actually. Well, I don't know. Oh no, it was down at 82.70. Yeah, I got a better fill. That's cool. I'll take that. All right, 182.58 was what I got filled at. You can probably see my
Not bad.
trade on time and sales there if you look close.
CDC, Robert Redfield can participate in meetings on White House complex
Anyways,
if he is asymptomatic, monitored for symptoms, wears face covering, maintains distancing. Steve Hahn can participate in meetings on White House complex if he is asymptomatic, monitored for symptoms, wears face coverings. That from the White House.
thank you. All right, I'm going to mute our squawk buddy here since we're after hours. As I was saying, like the SPY was gapping up, and it looked like it was holding up to this level, but then it just sort of dropped into the open. Danced around yesterday's close. If you look sort of now in hindsight, right, on the 2-minute chart, it really did hold this level we were just talking about, and only traded within about $1.50 range, right, between 293 and 291.50 here, before dropping. So this drop happened obviously through the afternoon, but the entire morning didn't really give us an indication there was going to be a big sell-off into the close, and we're closing here down 2%. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Good thing I got out of Microsoft when I did.
Yeah.
That weird candle. Anyways,
Yeah, there was some big buyers. A lot of offsetting.
yeah, that would have taken me out past my break even. Anyways,
on
so
the
tomorrow,
timing sales.
right? So it looks at this point like SPY is likely to open lower tomorrow, but I wouldn't place any money on that because who knows, right? Remove this line from the other day. If I look at a 60-minute chart, it's pulling down to a level here that it had some support back last week. But I mean, look at the 6th of May, it sold off into the close, and then popped right back up for the open the next day, and then moved up for the next couple of days, for Thursday and Friday. So, it's tough to tell. I guess my point is, in this market, I honestly don't know what to anticipate. Sometimes you get a feel that you think what the markets are going to do. I don't get that feel at all right now. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. So Hans, just to recap, I got in originally at 184.70 with my stop at 185. It was at 332, something like that, 333, right around there, time wise when I got in. So, and I said I ended up getting a much better move than I had anticipated. So, all right, well, that's a great way to end the day for me. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Mike, thank you so much for sharing your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. I will mention, just for everybody out there, our members and those that are thinking of being members, we still have our slate of activities going on. We've got our new podcast series that's coming out, so look for those. Those will be free, available wherever you get your podcasts. So we've got a bunch out there now, and we've got more coming. Tonight, what is tonight? It's Tuesday.
Tonight
right?
is the psychology. There we
Yes.
go.
Module 3, the importance of discipline in trading. So Mike will be giving that, and we still haven't fixed your name.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
It's
It's on the website.
Anyways,
Backwards.
There you go.
It's good. So, but that'll be a fun class. We'll have some good examples to go through that aren't in the actual recorded class as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, good. All right. That should be a good session then. And last but not least, if you're interested in joining us, we would love to have you here. So please consider either a short-term, join us for a week, see what it's like, test us out using the code PREMARKET24, or if you want to join us as a lifetime member, we're offering 40% off our lifetime membership, one-time payment only. I said in celebration of our new podcast series, the code is podcast. Enter that when you check out, and you'll get 40% off the one-time price. And lifetime means lifetime. So you basically get access to all of our material, all of our data, forever. So we'd love to see you here. Please consider joining us if we are part of your trading strategy. For all the members that have joined us, thank you so much. We will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.
Yep. Thank you, everybody.